welcome to another episode of Wryne's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires of the Commonwealth. I'm sorry if the mic audio is getting kind of hinky. It's been acting weird lately. I may wind up having to replace it again. Alright, moving right along. Okay, so right here we have a camp. It is a la carte 666 camp. We'll go check it out. As you can tell, my weight is an issue. And it is gone. Yes. Thank you, Alucard. You have made my day. By leaving me a lovely little nothing. Anyway. He's not here anymore, so I'll just put this down. Deal with some of my own weight issues. Check in here. I'm having weight issues because I've been doing events trying to catch up with the different things for the summer camp thing that you can see going on right now. I've gotten everything but the last two completed. I don't know if I'm going to do those because in all honesty I don't think I'd ever use the backpack mod that they are offering. There is a camp right over here which I don't know who it belongs to, but I'll go check it out. It's not on my visual locations, so we'll just go take a look. It's kind of an appropriate location for something that looks sort of like a warehouse. And they use the warehouse set and part of the vault set to build it. They have lovely little water features all around. All around. I do like that power armor display. But, alright. So, not sure whose camp this is, but I'm going to guess it's probably Numbers over here. The reason I call him Numbers is because his name is a series of numbers and I have no idea who he really is. But I'm going to give Numbers Camp out of, because I judge everything as a, you know, technically a number, I guess you could say, as on a scale of 1 to 10, which is a number scale. And Numbers here is going to get a bright, shiny 3. Because although it is a camp and it does have some decoration, it is function above form. Just like so many others. I'm giving him a 3 because he has potential on the interior with decorating. You can tell that by the fact that he put out some of the stuff. But there's just too many water purifiers there. Water coolers there. Correcting myself again, sorry. I keep calling them water purifiers, but in all honesty, they're just water coolers. Alright. Let's get us something to allow fast travel a little easier. It's amazing. This game encourages alcoholism so readily. Alright. And not because it's anything other than a benefit to use. Let's check the map and see if we have anybody here. Numbers might be the last camp that's active that I can see. Oh no, here's Podunk's camp. And over here is Arya's camp. We'll go to Arya's first. Because Podunk's back by my camp. So it makes sense to go to Arya's camp. This is the Cat's Paw. My friend Aquila made this. It was supposed to be a brothel / den of ill repute. He never really finished it. He was in a process, and then he and his girlfriend kind of stopped playing this game altogether. So Arya's camp here is built like the last one out of the warehouse tiles and some basic building materials. It is multi-storied. They do not appear to have hardly any decorations out at all. Wow. few things on display, some other items on display, some things off the scoreboard on display, some low-level and rather collectible items that you can find in the Wasteland. They are a Fallout First member, which I'm surprised by. I'm going to use this if I can. If you didn't notice, there's a thing down here. It says transfer unused ammo. If you pick up ammo randomly and you have Fallout First, you can just hit that button and any ammo that you don't normally use in your character or have a weapon for on your character will be transferred back into your ammo storage unit. So everything's judged on a scale of 1 to 10. This one is no different, but it is different in the fact that it is also a 3. Not quite a dumpster fire, but so close to being one that I would set it on fire if I had the chance. It's a shame they took that out of the game. Let's go over here and check out Podunk's camp. I'm going to jump to my camp first because it looks like Podunk might be getting ready to log off. And if I try and jump to his camp while he's logging off, it could go for an infinite load. And just basically all go to hell, which is fine. It does that a lot. It's 76. Get used to it. So here we are at my camp. You can tell by the dumpster fire burning in the distance and the poster that's attached to the tree randomly. His camp should be down here on the right side. I'm just going to run down to it because in all honesty, I don't feel like paying for the ability to fast travel to something that's not likely to be here anyway. Now, I am sitting on top of a junk node, and right down here where this camp is placed is another junk node, and it looks like they are setting up on top of it. Really? And as I feared, Podunk's camp is gone. But I will show you the place where it was. See, this is the junk node I was speaking of. Podunk's camp was draped around and came down and had a little bit of access probably to that fire right there, but didn't actually, I don't know if they actually used the junk node or not. I didn't get here in time to see it. As I said before, it looked like it was going to be going. And how could I tell? Because most players like to spawn or despawn at their camps. I'm going to go over here and check out Bosch Shuddy's camp. Alright, I'm going to eat some more stuff first. We'll go grilled rad stag to give us the most amount. We'll jump over here and hopefully get to check this out. Most players either spawn at their camp or they spawn at a train station. Train stations give you the added ability to dump any extra weight that magically occurs on your character between sessions, because Bethesda did something to the cards, or because something didn't register as it should last time you played, or something wore off, like, you know, grilled rad stag, which is what I have to use. So this one over here has a node, and if I remember right, it's right over here. And it's iron. Now, basic camp materials, basic build, everything in here. They've played long enough to have her, which means they're over level 25. They're Fallout First member, or at least they were at one point. They've been getting stuff off the scoreboard. And they have decently priced stuff, although I don't understand why. Some of this stuff is stuff that you can buy without too much of a problem. But I guess if you have a bunch of gold bullion or you just want to buy it and sell it to get it out of your inventory, I mean, do you? But I will go ahead and buy some of the stuff that I don't have because I don't have it, so might as well. On a scale of 1 to 10 is how I judge every camp. This one is not that great. It is not absolutely horrible. and I'm going to go ahead and give it, like I have all the others so far, a 3. Now, the reason for that is because although it is a camp and it is functional and you can use it, it lacks any kind of style or decorum. It is literally just a player throwing shit in there that they need to use or need to get rid of. It is not built for aesthetics. It is not built to blend into the scenery. It is pretty much like somebody threw down a warehouse and said, woohoo! At least the other things looked like warehouses, so they had that going for them. This one just, I don't know, looks like a, I can't even say it looks like a trailer because it just looks like a box. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try and get one more in because I'm hoping I get at least one that is decent. And this is Bocag 18's camp, because I've done 3 of these videos so far and I have yet to find one camp that is decent on the entire server. The best looking one that I saw literally disappeared in front of my face earlier. So yeah, let's just go ahead and check this one out. It's using a prefab, and they got water wheels out in a pond. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's something they've put down themselves as well. The train water cooler. Okay. So, it's not a restaurant, it's not a bar, it's not a anything by far. It used to be a Fallout First item. Hard to do this without the you know what, screw it, I'm not gonna look. I don't even care. Honest, it's a 2. It's a 2. Alright, it's a 2. It sucks. They've all sucked here on this server. The server is full of people that have no idea what the freaking hell they're doing. I'm gonna go over here and check this one last one, which hopefully to God is a trap camp, so it will kill me whenever I arrive. So you're not getting 1 extra, you're getting 2 extra. Oh my God, this place. Jeez Louise. Holy shit, it's a building that actually looks like a building. They've got their own little thing here. Nothing that I don't have, but everything in here is priced really, really nicely. Actually, I'll take all of those, thank you. And yes, I just bought all of his asteroids because I play multiple accounts and I have multiple characters. Some of them don't have this crap. So I will buy things that on one character to give to other characters. Not a problem. Wow. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10 is how I grade every camp. There's their vault. It's actually incorporated into the foundation pretty well. This over here is a floating camp, technically. They didn't get it as low to the water as possible because you could technically get it a little lower, but that involves messing with your foundation on that end for this camp, or messing with the foundation that should be underwater supporting that stairwell. I understand why they didn't. It's hard to do. I've done it myself. I can show you at a later date. May wind up making a video about that place anyway. It's on one of my other characters. Don't like the flooring up here, but at least it has it. The guardrail being made out of safety velvet ropes is kind of hilarious. They haven't really differentiated the interior much to make it have different rooms. They did at least try and make it look cool with the glass outside. And they used the velvet ropes to try and make it look a little better that way too. And they used water purifiers that are actually water purifiers that are put in the water. And they built in an area where mirelurks like to spawn. But, and you can tell they've, that's the Helvetia build set, if I remember correctly. They've gone out of their way to try and do something that's at least relatively cool, which a lot of people don't even bother with. Let's just check under here. Yeah, see, the way you would have adjusted the height of this to make it closer to the water is to lower this foundation here. And most people don't want to spend the amount of time doing it to really do that. I personally spent, let me think, a couple thousand caps playing around, figuring out how to do that kind of crap. So, totally get that. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I can give this one a 4 at least. Actually, I can give it a 5 because it's the only real camp that I've seen on this server for a while. So, good camp. Not bad. And I'll do the Vault Boy pose that they have standing there on top of their house. What a wonderful camp. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Yeah, I hate this just like I hate everything else on the server. It's just, this is the least hateful thing that I can find so far to look at. God help me. Alright. Yeah, I'm done for now. Anyway, you're going to get some bonus episode camps on this episode. I want to say there's at least 2, possibly 3. I'm not exactly sure. I lost count. I'm not going to go back through and cut this down. I'm just going to publish it as is. If you like the videos, like and subscribe, because I torture myself going from camp to camp looking for people that actually know how to build. Hey, have fun. There's tutorials on here that'll help you build things a little differently than you do now. If you want to check them out, by all means do. And if you have any questions or there's anything you want to see, let me know. I will try and answer any questions or provide videos for things you want to see. Except for video editing. I don't do video editing tutorials because the software that I use for editing is either integrated into Windows or is Sony Vegas Pro, and there are literally hundreds of people on YouTube that do Sony Vegas Pro tutorials that are much better at giving tutorials in that particular form of software than I am. So, anyway, have a good day, and enjoy your game.